Okay, guys, we are in tournament number 9. 9 out of 10 qualifiers. This is, well, there's only 2 left. The qualifier today and the next one, and we have a bit of a surprise. I dare you to look at the lineup of Chili Mountain and not get a little bit excited about it, because Marco was teasing it already a few times. Like, dude, you know, we're on holiday right now. Like, what's exactly the dates of the last 2 qualifiers? You think we can still qualify for the main event if we do well there? And I've been talking to him a bit, and I knew that he was putting a new team together, and he kind of dropped hints that Wubby was part of it. But I never really asked him, hey, what's the full lineup? And then today I found out, and I was like, holy shit, you guys went all out. We got Smexy, Breez, Wubby, Make, and Mene playing today, but I think that Mene is a stand-in for Berghult. I'm not 100% certain on that, because on the tournament website, Berghult is listed as the 5th player, so I'm currently assuming that Mene subbed in for him, but it could also be the other way around, that Mene is actually the main player for the team, and that Berghult is supposed to be the sub-in for them, or whatever. It's kinda insane, though. I mean, that lineup is incredibly stacked, and it is just fucking terrifying. Cursed Hollow is our first map where we're gonna see those boys. This is also a best of 1, obviously. We're still in the first round of the tournament. They're going up against Rospiedol, who are currently in the 6th position of the leaderboard. And in order to make it into the top 8, what Chili Mountain has to do is, I think they have to finish 3rd twice, at least. I mean, if they win a tournament, then of course things change immediately, because they would gather up 10 points. As all of you know, the entire system here works, of course, that we have 10 qualification tournaments. The farther you go in those tournaments, the better you perform, the more points you accumulate. The points will then be accumulated across the board throughout all of the tournaments, and the top 8 will advance to the main event, to the playoffs, where we then have 4,000 euros of prize money that the players are playing for. The one caveat that I, by the way, have to throw out when we're talking about Chili Mountain is that Maka already warned me, and he's like, well, it's going to be a little bit rough today because we haven't played in a couple of weeks. Most of us have been on vacation, and at least he was on vacation for, I think, 2 weeks or so, and some of the others didn't have a whole lot of time to play either. Obviously, there's a lot of experience on the side of the red team here, but it's going to be exciting one way or another. As we're heading into Cursed Hollow, the first thing that you can already see is that Zagara gets banned out again, but the globals, now that the Haka is banned, get still emphasized to an extent because we have Falstad locked in from Mene. We also got Blaze in the house, and yeah, I'm excited for this one. It's actually kind of funny because today is also my birthday, and when I saw who's signing up for the tournament, I was like, well, there's already my birthday present, at least one of them. So yeah, very happy about that. It's going to be an exciting tournament one way or another. I think that Donut's actually not signed up for this, which might be them saying, okay, we're not going to make it into the top 8. Maybe they are not playing in the playoffs, we'll see. But Team Wah is set up again, and we also have, of course, the Hardos in the tournament. Pretty much everybody, with the exception of the Donuts, that wants to push into the top 8 is currently present here. So we get Muradin as an early pick, together with Stukov. Stormbolt into Lurking Arm, and then Vala behind that for the damage output, and also the potential Rain of Vengeance, of course. That would also happen to help you with an additional stun. Yeah, Zeratul gets banned out, and I'm kind of excited here. Just reading the names of the team on the right is already amazing. You're looking at this and you're just like, oh my god, this is going to be good. I was waiting for the Kel'Thas pick, but I don't think we're going to go into that territory that quickly. As I said, Market told me immediately, listen, it's going to be a little bit rough in the first tournament for us. We just don't have the practice right now. We couldn't, but we'll step it up, and we're going then to absolutely dominate. So that's pretty much what they're trying to do here. Junkrat is in, played by Make, and we got Smexy playing Karazim. So this is going to be something where we're going to have more aggression from them. When you see a Karazim in the game, you obviously hope for an isolation, and then usually the 7-sided strike comes out. If Junkrat boops the target out and Karazim follows up with an ult, that can be nice. Oh, talk about nice! We get Illidan! I was not prepared for that. Chromie and Illidan as the last 2 picks on the side of Rospiedol. Breez is missing. He's, of course, our main tank here. And yeah, what is Breezy going to pick? His Diablo is banned. ETC is still available. He's obviously famous for his ETC plays, but there's like plenty of other heroes that would maybe help them a little bit more here. They got Blaze as the side laner, but he goes for it. He goes for the cow. It is a Breeze, everybody, with ETC. Game number 1 in the tournament here. The 9th qualifier for the X Cup Summer, everybody. Cursed Hollow between Chili Mountain and Rospiedol. Game on! Hospital against Chili Mountain. The HGC stacked lineup on the right side of the map, going up against the boys in blue here with Makotzel on Muradin. We got Akunis on Illidan, Alvaros on Vala, Ether on Chromie, and Redun on Stukov. On the right side of the map, Smexy, the man with the stare on Karazim, Breez on ETC, Muck is playing Junkrat, Wubby on Blaze, and Falstad gets played by Mena. Level 1, the extra wound timers here, and Mena, of course, with the Gathering Storm as the level 1 talent since lately. After the recent patches, this has been the standard build for the birdie. And on the other hand, we got our Illidan with Immolation on level 1. Third wind for our boy Muradin for the quick poke out, and Breez is already looking for someone to take down. I am insanely hyped to see what's going to happen here. Obviously, as explained during the draft, Chili Mountain, they said, this is not going to be easy for us. Yes, we're obviously a stacked lineup, but at the same time, we didn't have a whole lot of time to play. Most of us were on vacation the last couple of weeks, so we didn't really get a whole lot of chances to really hone our skills here and also the synergy. But of course, they're going to try to go as far in the tournament as they can. Only 2 tournaments remain. Tournament number 9 that we're playing right now, and the 10th and final tournament before the playoffs. And if they perform well in those 2, they still have a realistic chance of making it into the top 8. But if they go up against the Hardos, if they go up against Team Wah, will they be able to pull through and lock in a victory? Or will they go down in flames there? That's the big question right now. And that's something that we're going to answer over the course of this tournament, one way or another. And I am pretty excited for it and definitely along for the ride. So we'll see what they can do today. For now, here on our first map, the best of 1, we have camps already taken. A little bit faster by Chili Mountain as they transitioned with 3 heroes over to the Bruiser camp. And Main is still doing his thing down at the bottom of the map against Muradin. And so far, with quite a lot of success. Smexy has started to sniff out what's happening over here at the camp. And of course, Muradin then fell towards the middle because he wanted to make sure that there's no chance of the red team invading the mercenary camp and stealing it away. So that was a bit of a problem. And in the meantime, we currently had in the middle, the slide by ETC as they're going for Makotzel. The idea was, of course, to use the camp and do some damage. And, well, they did that. They took the wall down and nearly the tower too. But we're waiting for the first objective to be announced, another 10 seconds, and we're going to have the first one up on the map, spawning topside, which is also the reason why they're delaying the cap on the bottom camp. The Siege Giants are just now being taken by Smexy, who can easily solo that, of course, with Karazim. And everybody else is then going to start rotating slowly towards the top. With Falstad at the bottom of the map, they have the global in the perfect position, so Mena will be able to go towards the top side and join the fight a little bit late. And theoretically, Makotzel will have to stay slightly longer or simply accept that he's going to suffer damage at the bottom wall and maybe the fort itself. Now, Illidan can, after level 10, take the hunt, and that gives him a pseudo global. Outside of that, they just don't have any global mobility for now. But here comes Illidan, and Mena now has the 2 Siege Giants that he can play around with. So this is going to be the interesting one here. Mena in the setup, Akunis, but topside, Smexy goes for the channel. Here comes the slide, and that is kill number 1. Chromie gets taken down. Yay! Exactly. Got slapped around pretty hard. A Nubaraka fan. Yeah, she was always quite kinky. She likes that stuff. I mean, the slaps are her thing. Some say they like the whip. But that's unfortunately something that I can only confirm for Oriel. But with the push in the mid lane and the level 7 talent that we have for Chili Mountain, boy, they are starting to go ham here. They got the kill, they got the tribute. Now they also destroyed the wall in the mid lane. The fountain is gone. At the bottom of the map, Mena survives against Kunis. And another tower nearly destroyed here. So this is getting spicy. Smexy on the money pick, already sitting in the bush, obviously trying to also attack Vala if she makes the rotation down towards the bottom or towards the middle. And they're starting to make a play for tribute number 2 by zoning out more or less every single angle that Rospierdoll could take to get close to it. It's a pretty advantageous position for Chili Mountain anyways that we're seeing here. So, yeah. Trap is already in play. Bottom of the map. Falstack could still fly over. Went into the boomerang as the level 7 talent here. Yep. And what are we getting topside now? Breez eats the Stormbolt. Okay, can they maybe follow up on that? Not quite yet. Instead, it's Alvaros who's in trouble. And Smexy dashing over, taking Vala down. And that likely secures a second tribute for them. Smexy dodging it out. Makotzel was still trying to delay it a bit further, but that is not going to do anything in the long run. Breez locks it in. That's the second tribute out of 2. Good for them. In the meantime, the bot lane still pressured, and Akunis is starting to take the damage here. I mean, he's really feeling the pain. He's currently sitting at 16, or up against 16 stacks on Falstad. Up at the top, we already have the boss getting attacked. So far, nobody has sniffed that out. They showed heroes all over the map, so the blue team at no point really thought, okay, there's going to be a boss attempt. But now, Chromie provides the vision, but they just don't have a chance here, especially with level 10 being so close. I doubt that they are going to make a play for that. It would be pretty suicidal, honestly. Falstad could also fly in, and they know Illidan is at the bottom of the map. So the boss gets taken. That's likely going to be a double boss play too. They got their level 10s. That gives us the Riptire, the 7-sided strike. Breez goes into the dance party, wants to show off his moves and shake his leg a little bit here. Therefore, we get the mosh pit, and on top of that, we got bunker. And with that play at the top, the boss is now up at the bottom of the map, and guys, it gets worse because there's a third tribute up now. So either way, there's going to be some damage. They're trying to go for Alvaros again. Currently, Vala is only sitting at 11 stacks, but Breez gets hammered into the ground as Chromie comes in with the Dragon's Breath and takes him down. Double Stormbolt by Mirrodin, the Riptire, the bunker all being used. Wubby dodging out on it, trying to turn it here against Chromie. Gets attacked again, and the Stormbolt of Mirrodin hits, but oh boy, we are in for a party here. 7-sided strike. Makotzel tries to get out and gets grenaded. He dies. They're trying to go for Wubby. 27 HP. He makes it out, and instead it's Smexy who wants to go for Stukov, and he takes him. Kill after kill. What a setup here. All over the place, everybody. I mean, check this one out. First, I mean, not only does Wubby survive, but they're turning it afterwards straight against Stukov. He gets dropped. And that's now 4 kills to 1 with the tribute up for grabs. Chromie at the top lane gets eliminated by Karazim as we're fighting for the tribute here. The top lane generally in trouble, as also Junkrat is trying to push it out a bit further. Seems like for now at least they're gonna let it slide. Talking about sliding, Breez sliding out of harm's way, but they bought a bit more time. Smexy moving also into the middle for it right now, as you can see. And the camp at the top right is getting attacked by Marker. Pretty insane setup that we're getting from the teams here. So we have a very, very strong performance in the early game, at least, by the red team. And yeah, Chili Mountain with 14,000 damage on Falstad. He's been stacking against Illidan at the bot lane very reliably. 13,000 for Junkrat in the meantime. And Mena is now going for the next camp. Tribute is spawning topside again, so they can set the pressure up at the bottom of the map. They already have a significant lead, I mean a very significant lead in experience. Look at it, it's a level ahead, but there it is! The play for Breez, and he gets eliminated. Breez goes down as Illidan comes in with a hunt, and ETC was not prepared. Even with Falstad going for the gust, that didn't quite work out. And, well, the rat also died. So Akunis chased Junkrat a little bit deeper and got the kill there. Middle of the map also, some aggression. It's not like Rospitol is just rolling over and giving this one up. They've been doing pretty well over the course of this tournament series. And they are, of course, quite eager to not fall in the first round already. So Illidan against Falstad still. And the Lightning Rod is helping out a lot here. But there's the level 13 talent that gives us the healing healing static amongst other things. But they're going to take that fort. Yeah, Smexy's already at it. In the meantime, Breez has tried to interrupt the channel a bit together with Wubby, so that worked out nicely. 5 kills to 3, and they're still interrupting. They're still buying a little bit of time. Structurally speaking, they're far ahead, but Breez is again slightly out of position as he gets caught here. The birdie is flying in deep and gets welcomed by the lurking arm. Mena able to get away. The kill against Illidan as the 7-sided strike of Smexy comes through. And Smexy's bodying on Karazim. I mean, damn. He has some serious plays at this point. that he already made. Absolutely on edge time and time again. Here he comes, though. The attack against him and the lurking arm is a huge problem, but the heal is there. Smexy gets out. Mark is zoning them away from the Tribute. The bot lane, by the way, gets still pressured. They go for Vala, but Alvaros gets out. The fight is not over, though. There's another 3 on the left side. They're trying to go for Muradin. Smexy healing everybody up. Maka could get in position. And Illidan has to deal with the bot lane at this point. Trying to defend the wall. He had to keep. Avatar's already getting popped as Muradin is under more and more pressure. ETC with the channel. And that's a curse. The curse is in. They're trying to make the play here. But immediately we're seeing Stukov getting attacked as Junker is moving in together with Karazim. Another 7-sided strike. Smexy, what the fuck? But this time he gets murdered as Illidan comes in and says, not on my watch. Another kill as Junkrat falls. Kills all over the place. 8-6. The curse is active. The top lane getting attacked here. Oh my god. Oh, the party is real. We have another fort falling in the middle of the map in just a couple of seconds, but they're focusing on the top lane now. They're trying to go for a kill here, but there's the vision. Illidan. Uh-oh, Wubby missed him, and Wubby is low. He doesn't have the bunker. It's another 3-4 seconds until he will be available again. And that should be more than enough. It should be plenty. So they're moving away from here, but they didn't get as much out of the curse as they were probably hoping for. Still, pretty spicy first game of the tournament that we have. So we'll see what they can do. Breez is already starting to move in for the next boss. And this time the scout is there a lot earlier. They might have to let this one go. This was a really, really early move by Chromie, so she knew exactly what's happening. And level 16 is nearly ready. Yeah, and here's Muradin. Muradin is coming in. 7-sided strike to the face. And Muradin disappeared. Illidan jumping in against Mena, and there's the dance party. Chromie's already dead. Illidan in trouble, and that is 3 kills, ladies and gentlemen. Locked in, easy peasy, and that gives Chili Mountain a shot at the boss. We're gonna take another look at this one. Check this out. Mena in trouble as Muradin falls, and then it's the mosh pit of Breez that saves him. On the left side, Chromie dies, and then Illidan also bites the dust. So now a potential double boss play for Chili Mountain as they are taking a significant lead in the game. On the damage side, what we currently have, well, we got the 31,000 for Mena. He's also destroying the walls now to eliminate vision of the opponent's team. 27,000 for Vala. Bot lane gets pushed out a bit more. And what else are we getting? Is it going to be the second boss now? The camp at least has been claimed by the blue team. But can't forget that this one is going to aim for the key pretty much directly. There's only a single tower standing. But they're now attempting to make the play at the bottom of the map. Nobody's moving topside. Not even Illidan is going there, who technically could go for the hunt and join the fight. Could reduce the cooldown there, so everybody is just dancing around the boss. They want to make the play in the back. There's the slide. ETC. Can they set something up? Interrupt attempts, and there's the kill. Stukov is down, and they go for Illidan, and he is dead too. The double kill as the boss destroys the top keep. Down here, another slide from ETC. It's the end of Chromie, and the boss is wide open now. Top side, as you would expect, this one just doesn't stand a chance anymore. So we're gonna see the elimination of the top keep happen. Yeah, and then they're gonna likely try and make the same happen at the bottom of the map, because this bad boy at the 13-minute mark is also gonna pack a bit of a punch that they can use to break through those towers and the keep itself. And then we're talking catapult pressure. That's pretty much what's happening here right now. But for the time being, there's also Mena in the mid lane, dealing with the camps that have been set en route by Ross Pitol earlier. Boss is now in, and not really pushing with it right now. Instead, we're seeing them go for the tribute. Getting in position all around it. Tribute is getting channeled. It's the first one. All the way up at the top, the siege giants get taken down by the minion wave, so they don't really have to trouble Mena for that. But the bottom keep is not going to fall. Bottom keep is taking a bit of damage. The towers have been taken down, but it's not falling yet. But you look at experience, and it's insane. That's a 3-level lead that they are rocking right now. 3 levels. 3 levels. They got Storm Talons already. So now that we have the Way of 100 Fists, who needs the cleanse, right? We are looking straight at the Bolt of the Storm. The Cannonball is in. We got the Fortified Bunker. Also, the Fists of a Legend are here. And the epic mounts. Yeah, more mobility on the map. Much more important to Mena than having the wind tunnel available to him. So he can definitely now use the globals here. Yeah, also 8 kills ahead at this point. It's kind of crazy. Especially if you consider that Vala is only at 35 stacks now on her level 1. So it's not like they can do all that much. But, yep, with that move down to the bottom of the map, they're already trying to set up another trap here. And on the right side of the map, Mena going for the Siege Giants. I mean, they are full on map control. If you look at the minimap, you can see that pretty much every single mercenary camp was taken by them. I mean, 1 or 2 exceptions, but you know where I'm getting at here. And now they are setting up at the bot lane. And as the next tribute spawns, Fnatic is pushing back a little bit, trying to control the space around it to allow Mena to get the channel here. And Rospierdol is simply letting it happen. There's very little for them to do. They are on level 18. They know that against Storm Talents it's pretty much impossible for them to win, at least in a coordinated 5 versus 5 fight. So unless they get the drop on someone, they need to just play it safe for now, take the beating, soak the experience, and play around that. And the question is, are they going to be able to do that? Because time is of the essence here, and at some point they are going to run out of it. Now, lucky for them, that's another minute for the next boss up at the top. But that one could still be taken by them. And now that we have a bit more vision granted on the left side, there's an next tribute spawning too. And the problem is that this is a curse. So, yeah, that's a curse here. To be absolutely honest with you, I thought they had 1 tribute out of 3, but nope, they just locked in the second one. So that's tribute number 3 for them. And that is a real bad position for Rospierdol to be in. You're still a level behind. Boss is up in not even a minute, and there is a curse already underway. That's a huge problem right now. Yeah, that's really an issue. And Rospierdol, they eat the bullet. They got to. So this is going to be a curse, and look at this, they're timing it. They want to get the boss a little bit closer here. So they are playing with time. They know, of course, thanks to the camp here, they know how many people are currently in the middle. So they have full vision over all of this. So they're just taking their time. They know that they can always channel Smexy, they go for it, and now the boss is up. They can immediately, of course, take that. And this is more or less a checkmate position for Rospierdol. They need to go for the boss, because if this one gets taken, it moves towards the core. But it also means that their bot lane keep is definitely going to be eliminated. And they're not fast enough. They don't have level 20, so the boss is taken. It's a loss-loss situation for them. There's already the next play that's being made. The bunker is up. Avatar, Illidan into the backline. But Fnatic was prepared. Chili Mountain. And Illidan goes down. So, with that, Ether on Chromie gets slapped around a little bit. She likes it. And the kill against Stukov. Yeah, and just like that, at least Junker gets eliminated by Alvaros, but spoiler alert, Vala's not going to make it either. And that is going to be the end of game number 1. Rospierdol falls victim to the newly formed Chili Mountain lineup. They want to go for the 5-man team wipe, and they might get it. Mena moving in. The dwarf. He gets dropped. This is it. This is game. Chili Mountain with a victory on Cursed Hollow. Before we head into game number 2, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet, so you don't miss out on any future content here on Khaldor TV. Game number 2 of Chili Mountain with a new lineup. We are in the second round of the 9th qualification tournament for the X-Cup Summer. In the first one, Rospierdol experienced the wrath of Chili Mountain. And now as we're heading into game number 2, as it happens, they are up against the Corridor Comrades. And the interesting thing about this is that Rospierdol and the Comrades are tied in the leaderboard. So now the Chili Mountain goes up against both of them, which is kind of funny. But let's see what they can do here. Braxis is the map. And at least on the first map, Chili Mountain did pretty well. They said obviously that they need a little bit more training, a little more experience, because lately they haven't been able to play a lot. Vacation, you know, it's the middle of August, so all of that is happening. But the first one was already kind of fun to watch. And now as we're heading into Braxis, the interesting part here also is that, of course, as usual, one of the things that reigns supreme here is mobility. So Genji, Junkrat, Muradin, Kharazim, are all picks that you oftentimes see here. Nubarak would be another good example. Zeratul. I mean, pretty much anything that can traverse the map very quickly and just get over debris is always very, very helpful here, because it just cuts down on the rotation time and helps you to be very aggressive around the beacons and make some plays there. And that's more or less what we're looking for here in regards to the picks. There's a couple of different variations, of course, on how you can play it. What I just mentioned is the most popular one. If you get a very, very strong solo laner, let's say, for example, you're locking in over Rexa, then you can also always try and play with a very strong 4-man and then bully the bot lane as much as you possibly can. But traditionally, mobility is very, very important here. Now, Zagara still gets banned out. That doesn't change here. She is fantastic on sieging up on any kind of lane. But there's already the early Junkrat pick right there. And this time for the Comrades. Last time it was Macke that played it on Cursed Hollow. Yeah, and here's the opening for our red team. Newly formed again. Macke is playing with Smexy, Wubby and Breez. And as I said, I'm still not 100% certain if Mane is supposed to be the 5th man of the lineup or if he's just subbing in. Because initially Bergkult was the one listed for the team. So there's definitely, one of the two is definitely the sub. I mean, we have a couple of teams that have 6 players playing, you know, so there's always one that can then help with a potential sub here. Vala and Uther is how we're starting things up with. Definitely not a bad opening for them either. Uther could also be shifted over into the main tank role, even though I don't really see Breez enjoying that necessarily. He probably wants to play something that's a bit more hands-on in terms of initiation. Porky with Mirrodin, and well, we have to call him out. We didn't do it last time. I talked a bit about Cure when he played, but Porky obviously also a North American player. So Cure now is not the only NA player anymore that has the balls to play on the European server, because very, very few NA players dare to do that. Most of them say like, nah, I'm not playing on that ping, fuck that. But Cure has done it several times as he subbed in for teams, and Porky is doing the same thing here with the Corridor Comrades. So that's actually pretty awesome. So shout out to him, applause. Well deserved. And he's playing with a ping disadvantage here. They also locked in Rexa, as you can see. It's not only about Mirrodin. So Rexa still the king of solo lanes, at least on Dragonshire and on Braxis. Simply because you have to hold 2 points at the same time. And if you can do that with Misha, with Rexa, then you will win the lane eventually. It's not because you're bullying whoever is up against you, but you have the option of controlling 2 points at the same time, one for experience, the other one for the objective, and that helps. On the bans, you can already see that now with Genji being banned out, they attack mobility a bit here. But I could still see I mean, and again, we still have a couple. You could see Urel, for example, for Wubby up at the top lane. That's an option. Breeze could play Nubarak. You could log in Urel and Nubarak if you want to go for that combo that we've, of course, seen a lot. Plenty of opportunity. Need a bit more wave clear too. I mean, Vala is nice. And well, there they go. Urel and Nubarak. Thanks for making me look good. I appreciate that. So that's a really nice setup, because now you have Smexy more or less confirmed in the support role. But with Urel and Nubarak, you have the mobility that I pointed out a bit earlier. You have also a very, very strong front line. Super awesome with the engage. We can create space for Vala, especially with Urel. Whenever there's a tech headed her way, she can deal with it. Yeah, and then the only question that remains is, what is Mane going to play? Porky was already joking in the lobby a bit earlier, was saying, okay, we need that Mane Kelthos, but I'm not sure if we're going to get that. Instead, we get Alfredo on Sylvanas and Galnegunar on Ana. Yeah, Sylvanas can, of course, empower any push that they're setting up. And on the last pick with Mane, what is Chili Mountain locking in? That team is so misnamed, by the way. Nothing is chilly about that team. Nothing. This is like a hot mountain. If you turn them into Team Volcano, then it would be a little bit more adequate. And if they continue to play on fire like this, I'm definitely going to do that myself. Anyways, now we got Falstaff coming in. So Mena is playing the birdie once again. Brexit, everybody. Let's go. We head into game number 2 of the tournament. Another best of 1 series, this time between Chili Mountain and the Corridor Comrades. Corridor Comrades against Chili Mountain. It's on Braxis. On the left side, we got Menaldor on Rexa. Galnegunar on Ana. Porky is playing Mirrodin. We have Nano on Junkrat. And Alfredo is playing Sylvanas in the first game between the two teams here. Also the only game since this is a best of one, but again, old Davids die hard. On the right side of the map, Mako and Vala this time. We got Smexy on Uther. We have Mena on Falstad, Wubby on Urel, whoop whoop, and Breez is playing a Nubarak for the Cockroach Engage. Same talents, more or less, that we saw in the last game. A couple of deviations on the blue team side. Different team, so that doesn't really shock. Especially for Muradin, we now got the Dwarf block in. And yep, there's already the first sleep dart. Go to sleep, Nubarak. Yeah, no talent for Urel just yet, but we're going to keep our eye on that. Here we go, already locked in as the stacks are coming together for Vala. We get the Dauntless, and it's party time. Now, this is a map that oftentimes gets decided by which team takes down the forts first, because you lose a lot. Oh, that was a good setup. That was a real nice engage and flank from Wubby, and he set the kill up for Vala. The stun into the wall was just absolutely perfect. Vala couldn't miss that one. You right-click him a bit and then he's down. But as already touched upon, if you are able to take the opponent's forts and fountains down on this map, then normally you find yourself in an extremely good position to win the game and snowball it. It's just that mid-game control that reigns supreme here. And that early kill gives, of course, a map control to Chili Mountain that they're now using to take camps. Same will happen on the side of the blue team as they are also rotating over to take the Bruiser camp. The Birdie still stacking at the bottom of the map. And, well, here we go. Mena has the control at least over this. It's of course going to be a bit tricky against Misha and Arexa as the game continues. Reasons explained during the draft. But camp after camp gets taken, and Wubby is already at the top. Now, Urel in general is pretty much a hero that is more or less ungankable, and, well, I don't really see them take Wubby down anytime soon here. But down at the bottom of the map, here comes the party. Alright, let's go. Every single time I see Wubby and his Urel, I am reminded of the last BlizzCon in Heroes of the Storm, where we had... where we had them go up against Tempo Storm, and Glorang thought it was a fantastic idea to go Samuro with Blade Storm against Wubby's Urel. And he quickly learned differently, but it was kind of fun to see that pick. I was like, yeah, you done goofed, baby. That's definitely not the pick that you're trying to go for here. So if you have something, if you have a picture like this in your head, then you're just looking forward to more Space Goat play from the Whoopster. But, well, as the fight at the bot lane is starting to spice up a bit, Porky has to jump out because Marco was targeting him again. And they are definitely in for a bit of a beating here, as it seems. They are not holding that lane very well. Top side, on the other hand, that's where Urel is starting to struggle a bit against Junkrat. Part of it is because we have that extra camp that is pushing in. And Mena is now moving in, and that is probably a dead Nano. Is he able to jump out of this? I am not so sure. Mena is cutting him off already, and this should be a kill. Might take a while, but I would be surprised if they don't lock it in eventually. Breez is low though and eats a lot of dirt here, and one more storm. Oh, Porky, he missed it. Junkrat is down, and Breez survives because the Storm Bolt just doesn't connect. 56 stacks on the red team's beacon. Looking very, very strong here in the early game again. We have also Animal Husbandry on Rexa, Menaldor. Look at that, the balls of steel right there. As Mena goes down, the bird is dead and the bee steps are in play. 25 stacks, 21 for Vala. Bot lane gets attacked now in just another second. Smexy is already sitting at the side, setting a bit of a flank up. Stormbolt misses, and Wubby therefore still alive. But that's a full foreman that is currently going for the top lane. And Wubby needs to be very careful where he jumps now. There it is. Dodges out on the mine, and they are safe. But they're still taking damage. They're still taking damage, and this is a great play from the comrades as they are going straight in to take down that wall. They lose control over the beacon, and so far they haven't locked in a single point towards beacon progress. So that's a problem. Wubby gets attacked, but there's the early level 7, and that's worth even more. The team rotating down to the bottom of the map now. Menaldor, careful baby, 1 stun, 2 stun, and Animal Husbandry is over. Misha and Rexa just got a divorce. So, top side, the fort gets attacked, and as I mentioned, you want to have the map control, and this one hurts. This is actually fantastic from the comrades. This is really nice. They got the whole thing there for free. Now the level 7 talents are finally fully locked in from Chili Mountain, but that was nice. The problem is that Anna at the bot lane died, and Granny dead is an issue. That's at least the fountain. They might not be able to take the fort down, but taking the lane sustain away is already a step into the right direction. And to this point, it's still the same thing. We still don't have a single point towards the progress for the comrades. And that always threatens 100 to 0%. Not Wubby wave, sorry. Zerg wave. And yeah, that would more or less mean the end of both of the forts. And they're going for Muradin, and he's dead too. Muradin dead. That's now 5 kills to 1. Up at the top, Junkrat at least retook the beacon, but they are starting to struggle a bit now, and they've also fallen behind in experience. So it's very good damage output here from Vala in particular, as usual, 23,000. Nano at the top gets attacked, is able to dodge out on one of the stuns. Second one connects, and they're trying to get the kill here, but Galnigulna is also present, gets bullied around with a mace. Wubby holds the point now, a few more towards the progress for the team. Jumps out, tries to go for Nano, but he's in trouble. Wubby is in trouble, and... oh, the nade to the face. Breez on the run. Rexa is dead too, got soloed by Mene. Yeah, Animal Husbandry did so far not do a whole lot for Meneldor. Yeah. Mene going straight up for him. Meneldor, the love child of Khaldor and Mene, gets taken down by Daddy over here. So, up towards the top. Baldy love is the only true love. You can say what you want, but it's just the truth. Don't know what to tell you here. Okay, so, was that an accidental pause? Seems like it. We got the Hinterland Blast! Okay! A little bit of shock and awe in the game, everybody. Hinterland Blast, Divine Shield, the level 10 abilities are ready. And they could try and use them to get the first Zerg wave. And it seems like they can. 18 points have finally been accumulated by the blue team. But there it is. 100% to 18. And boy, that one's gonna hurt, isn't it? At least they have level 10 abilities now. So down at the bottom of the map, that's where the real push is happening as the big wave is coming in. We already got Smexy picking it around a bit. And off we go. Party time. Let's see what they can do with this one. And maybe the Hinterland Blast is honestly a little bit weird. I'm not quite sure what they're going to do with that. Wave clear. Nah, Nubarak is at this point eliminated, and that is a bit of a blow, but the fort has fallen, and normally you can't expect too much more to be taken. I guess if you take the kill, you could try and get the keep too. But either way, that's already a bit of a win. So towards the top side, we have the defense against this measly wave that the corridor comrades were able to put en route. But Wubby is also in trouble, and Wubby is down. Didn't even use his ult. Just let it pass. Was just sitting there and didn't do anything. So that hurt a little bit. Yeah, 4 kills to 6, level 11 to level 11. Both teams have taken down a fort. I mean, as well as Chili Mountain has done with the first objective, Corridor comrades are still dead even with them. Absolutely. So this is not over yet. Experience lead has also been taken by the blue team now. Misha on a rampage a bit. Gets likely taken down. Ah, Breez really wants that kill, doesn't he? Yeah, there it is. Macke on Vala. Coming in and taking them down. 30,000 damage for Vala, doubling the damage that Sylvanas has put in. Kill count is still very, very similar though. And it's all about the camps again. Get a little bit of a control, make sure that nobody's taking the boss. Breez is sitting in the mid lane to gain some vision on it. Make sure that nothing happens there. And up at the top. Yeah, Porky, he's sitting in the bush and gets a double stun. Gets this double stun out. A few stacks coming through for Vala too. And ooh, that was a very early avatar. That was way too early. Someone got scared. Now, don't get me wrong, if you're up against the red team, then you're probably scared too. But Porky a bit trigger happy on the R button. You can tell, as a kid, he wanted to be a pirate. Arrgh! Comes into the fight, pops avatar immediately. Any excuse to smash some buttons here. But yeah, bot lane is getting pressured by the camp. Breez at the same time is already attempting to go for a bit of a flank. They're going for Misha. Yeah. But this time Misha escapes. And Junkrat is now defending the bot lane, which allows the red team to push the top. Down here, as you can see, there it is. Nano doing his best, Wubby taking over, and here come the level 13 talents on both sides. And again the engage, Muradin. Careful, bro. Without Avatar, he gets murdered pretty quickly here. The same is also true for Breez, though. Nubarak has to be cautious. As the Drenched Mandibles are in. Divine Shield on Vala to keep her alive. And here's the Whoopster moving in for Sylvanas. She makes it out. Oh, the Hinterland Blast. That was a sexy setup, but it's not enough damage to take them down. Riptire is in. And there it is. Another quick hit. They get the kill on Muradin. And now, of course, the full-on attack topside as they're trying to make the play for the fort itself. There we go. The cooldown reduction on the Hinterland Blast, as you can see, really, really helpful. Multiple target hits in the last one. Gets the second shot out of it. And with that, he can just continue to light them up, which is exactly what he did. And it is progress. It's progress on the second objective for Chili Mountain that they now get. They're fighting for the top. Misha is trying to hold that position, but that's 40% already. And now that Alubarak and Falsat are both moving topside, we could see a few more heroes fall. Oh, yeah, Alfredo has no chance. And Meneldor, he's still capitalizing on the animal husbandry for now, but gets attacked heavily. And we have 80% already towards the second Zerg wave for Chili Mountain. Yeah, they are spicing things up a lot here. And that's another 100-0 right here. That top fort has no chance, and they might this time even be able to take down the keep or the wallet. The keep, one of the two. Damage output for the birdie at 25,000. We got 44,000 for Vala. Sylvanas is sitting at 23k. And this top lane attack is gonna hurt. This down here is a pure excuse for a Zerg wave. They got an Ultralisk and a Hydra, and that's about it. But here comes the real push, and this one is hurting. That ball is just evaporating. Riptire could help a little bit here if they'd use it for some wave clear too, and I think they have to eventually. There it is, but again, the double hit, and another one! It's just a laser show. Mene with 2 connects, the big cooldown reduction, they get the kill on Junkrat, and now they take down Sylvanas, the cocoon against Rexa, but the keep falls. Mene really capitalizing on the cooldown reduction on the Hinterland Blast. I mean, damn, son. That was a quick double that he got out of this one, and now they're hoping for game to move on to the semi-final, and it's looking good. They are going for it. I don't think anybody can stop them here. Anna is dead too. That is it, ladies. Corridor Comrades, they go down on Braxis Holdout against Chili Mountain as the red team moves on to the semi-final of the tournament.